I am Zoho CRM's Blueprint Queen. Let's make one together. The blueprints are a way to guide your users through a process. It's great because it goes step by step. You can give them multiple options. We're going to do a very simple blueprint today for sending a contract. So first things first, you need to create a pick list on the module that you want to run this blueprint. So we have this pick list. I typically name them whatever the blueprint name is and status. So this one is statement of work blueprint status. And then you can go in and create the blueprint. You'll pick your module, layout, give it a name, and select that pick list field that you want it to run on. And finally, this is very important, the entry criteria for this blueprint. This might be something easy, but it might also be tough because sometimes you don't want that blueprint to run on every single record. So when in doubt, you can always do what I do and add a checkbox to start your blueprint. And this will just be an easy trigger for your team to even just test it out until you figure out what that trigger should be. So then you'll see over here on the right, once it's created, you'll have your pick list values that you entered. And then above, you'll have that information, which you can edit at any time. And we're just going to lay out our pick list statuses in the order that we want. So you see here, we start with none. We're going to fill out this information, and then we are going to send it for statement of work. So then we're going to go in and create our transitions. All you have to do is drag a little line with your mouse between none and fill out information. It'll open up this box. We're not going to get crazy complicated, but you will give it a name, and then you'll see before, during, after. In the before, you can add criteria for who and when should see this transition. Don't use it very often at all, but I have used it in situations where maybe in this contract process, if the salesperson might create the document first draft and then the CEO has to approve it. So with that, we can make that CEO's approval invisible to the salesperson and only the CEO can see it. In the during, this is where most of the content goes. So this is what they're going to see when they open up that blueprint button. I created this blueprint because I wanted to say these are the fields that get filled into the contract template. So they have to be filled in. They're either used by my automation or my statement of work template. So they have to be filled in. So we have like name, email, but then like company name. So you can fill that in. You can add messages. You can require notes or attachments. But then the after, this is where the magic happens. Here we can hook all of our automation off of them selecting that option and hitting save. So there are a bunch of things that I love to do in this area. We can send emails automatically. We can add follow-up tasks. I love to do a field update. So then you do that for the rest of your transitions and hit publish. I always recommend that you walk through multiple tests with blueprints, especially as you get more complicated. You want to make sure that it's working appropriately in all scenarios. So I often draw out each path or even just do that mentally to test it out a couple times. And there you go. Blueprint 101 with the Blueprint Queen. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Otherwise, you can subscribe to us for more awesome tips like these.